The following program is sponsored in part by Cleveland Foundation, City of Cleveland's Cable, Television, Minority Arts, and Education Fund, Media Design Imaging. Creative House Studios.
Hello and welcome to OCA Image TV. I'm Lisa Wong.
And I'm Jason Nguyen. There's reports that there's monsters on the Cuyahoga, and we're not talking about the hockey team, are we, Lisa?
They're dragons, Jason. The annual Cleveland Dragon Boat Festival kicked off with 19 teams in 2012. In its sixth year, this high-energy team-building race cultivates what dragon boat racing means to Asian culture.
Here's part one of our two-part series.
Hi guys, welcome to the 6th Annual Cleveland Dragon Boat Festival. Before we start the formal opening ceremonies, we have Michael Patterson, who is from Congressman Dennis Kucinich's office, and he wants to present us all with a certificate of something or other. Political.
The congressman couldn't be here today, but he sent me here with a certificate of special congressional recognition to the 6th Annual Cleveland Dragon Boat Festival because it promotes the people, cultures of the Asian community, and it provides assistance to those touched by cancer, and also it upholds the values of fun, sportsmanship, hard work, and teamwork.
If you hadn't seen the site, what the Cleveland Dragon Boat Association recognizes the strength and courage displayed by cancer survivors, especially those that are members of our paddling community. But even when you give it your absolute best, fighting cancer, as with dragon boat racing, doesn't always guarantee a victory. Cecilia McGinty, our friend and a member of the International Transport Team, she's a beloved member of the young adults group at the Gathering Place. Last January she passed away from after an 18-month battle with anaplastic lymphoma. So all of us, the community, Gathering Place, Team International Transport, dedicated our season and this festival to the memory of Cecilia and Cecilia's mom and Cecilia. So paddles up, Cecilia. Quickly, the teams, and then we'll have Reverend Shi-Ying Fa come to do our Awakening of the Dragons. Our BCS teams this year, again, BCS teams, let's try to make an entire division next year. We've got the Dragon Dream team, as always, our anchor group, and we love you guys dearly. From Windsor, Canada, the Wonder Broads. And we have the Gathering Place, finally a full boat of survivors, all women, Gathering Place, and they also have a support team. And that's the Gathering Place Dragonflies, the Dragonflies. Blazing Paddles, 1 and 2. Team Twist, still probably waking up right now. We have 2 other teams from Canada, CSA, the American team that beat the butts of the Canadian team in Canada last week, and the Canadian team that's come down to try and regain their winning style in Cleveland. Rex Crew 2, who is the support team for the Dragon Dream team. We have Motivations, two teams, 1 and 2. Tucker Ellis, again, our sponsors, our bronze sponsors. Tucker Ellis is here after a year hiatus. A new team, the Gutam Dragons. We have another team that's on its way from Pittsburgh. It's the Wishing Dragons. And they are actually, I'm very excited to meet them. It's an adaptive paddling team. So there's going to be people with various disabilities practice together, and they're going to be paddling together. As always, as you look around the crowd, you'll see people with these little panda ears. Team Panda, an awesome team. And last but not least, another new team, which is our finally our break-in to the medical community. We have the Dragon Warriors that was put together by one of the Cleveland Clinic physicians, Dr. Robert King.
This assembly now gathers to purify these vessels. We ask Sun and Moon Glow Tathagata, the Buddha of the Southern Quarter, along with his attendant Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, guardian dragons, and other heavenly beings, to watch over and guard these dragon boats and their crews. May these vessels and those who guide them be protected from all undue influences, and may they all return safely. We ask Infinite Light Tathagata, the Buddha of the Western Quarter, along with his attendant Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, guardian dragons, and other heavenly beings, to watch over and guard these dragon boats and their crews. May these vessels and those who guide them be protected from all undue influences, and may they all return safely. We ask Signs of Virtue Tathagata, Buddha of the Northern Quarter, along with his attendant Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, guardian dragons, and other heavenly beings, to watch over and guard these dragon boats and their crews. May these vessels and those who guide them be protected from all undue influences, and may they all return safely. We ask Virtue of Goodness Tathagata, the Buddha of the Eastern Quarter, along with his attendant Bodhisattvas, Mahasattvas, guardian dragons, and other heavenly beings, to watch over and guard these dragon boats and their crews. May these vessels and those who guide them be protected from all undue influences, and may they all return safely. I now invite the spirits of the departed, as well as any other celestial beings present, to bear witness to the journey of these dragon boats and their crews. May you be at peace, may your confusion be dispelled, and may your pain be ended. May the celestial guardians of these vessels act as a beacon, enabling you to find your way out of suffering and into the light. Dragons are awake!
We've been talking about the Cleveland Dragon Boat Festival, and you've met some of the teams. Now we'll talk to the people who put the festival together.
Okay, we have been racing in the Dragon Boat Regatta since they brought it to Cleveland. We're one of the original teams. And I can't remember exactly how many years it's been, but since its inception, we've taken 2 silver, and last year was the first gold we ever took, and we were grateful.
Why come out
It was
and
a lot of
race?
fun. Because it's fun. It's just plain fun. And we have a dedicated team who enjoys it, and we look forward to it every year. It's just something fun, and it's competitive, competitive. So.
Explain to me a little bit about the boats themselves.
The boats, this is actually an Asian sport. The boats are all handmade and hand painted. And then if you observe the boats, they have a dragon head in the front and a tail in the back. And those are put on the day of the races. They're put on the day of the races, and there's a whole ceremony and a blessing that the Buddhist monks do. When they put the head on, they paint the eyes to awaken the dragon, and that's the start of the race.
And what do you want people who come out to watch? Like, what do you think? Why do you think they come here?
Because it's fun to watch. It's just plain fun to watch. You know, we have a lot of friends and family that come to support us. They come to support their friends and families on, all the various teams, and it's just fun to watch as well. On top of it, we have a lot of strangers who have no connections with the teams who just come to watch.
I'm Robert Kane. We're with the Dragon Warriors.
And why get involved in dragon boat racing? What is it?
I just found out about it about a year ago. I met someone who was on the Cal Berkeley Dragon Boat team, and she told me all about it, what fun it was. I said, that sounds awesome. She told me Cleveland had a regatta. I looked it up, and I said, next year I'm getting a team. So a couple of weeks ago, we started calling friends and family and coworkers, and we got a team together, and here we are.
How long have you been training?
1 week. We had one session. In fact, about half of our team had never been in a dragon boat until today. So, yeah.
Well, what is your strategy then?
Don't drown. Yeah.
So you haven't been involved in any other? This is your first race?
First race, yeah.
Wow, so what do you think of the atmosphere and everything?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great fun. Can't wait to do it again. And I think probably most people here would say the same thing.
So is there a future for your team as far as more races?
I sure hope so, yeah.
And are you racing for a particular cause, or are you guys just out here to race?
Fun. There is no better cause.
Anything else you want to add?
No, I'd encourage everybody to do it. If you haven't tried it, no special skill required for sure.
I'm Lisa Ryled, and I'm from the CSA Raiders of the Lost Paddle from here in Cleveland.
Why get involved in dragon boat racing?
We participated in it at work. It's a team activity that we do together. It has a lot of team building skills. We practice all summer, and then we have 2 events that we go to, one in Toronto that was last weekend and this event here in Cleveland this weekend.
How did you guys do in Toronto?
We didn't place so well in the overall tournament, but we have 2 competitor teams from our corporate headquarters that are located there, and we got first out of the 3 teams that were there. We won the CSA Cup.
What is your strategy?
Our strategy, we try to get out of the starting line fast and get a good momentum going, keep a steady pace that we can keep up, and then the last 100 meters or so we kick it in and try to pull it out at the end.
So has everybody on the team done this before? So is this
I would say 75% of the team has done it for 2 or 3 years, and then we have a few turnover every year, so a few people are new every year, and this will be the first time that they've done it. I think it's a great festival. We've always had a good time here, and I encourage anybody who's never tried dragon boating. It's a really great, fun group activity, and you meet a lot of people that have a lot of fun with.
If I can just get your name, what team are you racing with?
My name is Evan. We are Team Panda. Who are we? Panda! Yes!
What is your team strategy?
Our team strategy is to go hard, work hard, and play hard.
How many years have you guys all been racing?
5 years. 5 hard, long years.
How many trophies do you have?
We will get 1 today.
Is there anything you'd like to add about the Dragon Boat Festival or Dragon Boat Racing?
I think the Dragon Boat Festival is a great way to have a lot of people from all cultures come together to enjoy one special event today. Just to have fun and just to enjoy our time.
Anybody want to add?
Anybody? Opa Gangnam Style.
All right, my name is Rhonda Richardson. I'm racing for or paddling for Blazing Paddles. Our team is based in Cleveland, and this is a group of us here. Say hello.
Hello.
Why get involved in the Dragon Boat race?
Dragon boat is a team sport, and we want to ensure that everyone is fit, and it's a way of getting us to exercise. It's a sport that everyone could take part in, young, old. So it's something that we want to encourage more people to be involved in. You don't need to learn how to swim. You don't need to learn how to do any particular things. You just come out here and we teach you, and it's just a fun sport to be in.
How long have you been racing?
I've been racing basically about 5 years, but there are different people. Some people started probably 3 months ago. Some people have been paddling longer than that. So anybody could come out and learn in a matter of a month or 3 months. We start the season in June and we go until September. But it's an excellent way for us to get to know people and different people from Cleveland.
What do you think about Cleveland in this festival?
It's wonderful that we have a Dragon Boat Association in Cleveland. We have a lot of teams that are part of this association. So it's growing, it's getting better. Cleveland is going to get there in terms of being a hub for dragon boating. So this year we're building, we're getting better every year. So it's something to look out for.
And are you racing for like an association or just yourself?
Gathering Place. Gathering Place is a cancer survivor, and so the money that we raise from here, a portion of it goes to the Cancer Society. So,
what is your strategy?
Our strategy is to paddle hard. Our strategy is to follow the paces. Our strategy is to have fun. All right, that's our strategy today. All right.
okay.
Okay, this is Lisa Wong with Image TV Ohio, and we're here at the Dragon Boat Festival for 2012. And here we have Michael Cirillo here, and he can tell us a little bit about the Dragon Boat and how it got started.
Well, in Cleveland, as you know, Lisa, the Dragon Boat started 2,500 years ago, and it's deeply steeped in Chinese culture and tradition. And we started in 2006. A small group of us had one festival. We rented boats to make the festival work, and we enjoyed it so much that we questioned our sanity when we did this, but we decided if we have boats here for us to use, then we can enjoy dragon boat paddling throughout the season. So we purchased 3 boats, which we now store at Rivergate Park. Everyone is invited. Anyone can join us. It doesn't take any skill. Very reasonable price-wise, and it's also a very enjoyable exercise activity. And so we practice throughout the season, and then we have our culmination of the festival. It's September, and this year we've got the most teams ever. We've got 19 teams, which is, by comparing other festivals, not very big of a festival, but it's very exciting, as you could see if you've talked with other people, and we just have a great time. It's just enjoyable. And for some reason, I think it's the Dragon Gods. They just let the sun shine on us every time we have a festival race. We also have breast cancer survivor teams that are here today. And we also have a team from Pittsburgh, which is an adaptive paddling crew, which has visually impaired people, people with mental disabilities, physical disabilities. It's proof that dragon boat paddling can be for anybody. So it's a very, very good thing.
Great. What year did we start this?
I believe this is our 6th year, so I think it was 2006 was our first year. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2007.
Okay, and how many are on a boat?
We have 20 paddlers on a boat, a drummer for cadence, and a steersperson to keep the boat in a straight line.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lisa.
Hi. And this team just got off the boat. They just rowed, right? Yeah. And your team is?
The Wishing Dragons from Pittsburgh, PA.
And what's this team about?
I'll let the athletes tell you.
Your name?
Joelle Swika.
And how do you feel after rowing?
Paddling.
I feel the adrenaline rush. You know, after you get off, it's just cool. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And half of our paddlers are visually impaired, and we have some intellectually impaired paddlers and some with physical disabilities.
And you, how do you feel about paddling?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm Marty Matthews, and I like it. It's a great way to get exercise, and it's fun to race even if you don't win. But if you do, that's great too.
Yes, of course. And
Oh.
your name?
Okay, my name's Wishan Tipampai, originally from Thailand.
Great. And how do you feel after paddling?
Oh, we had a lot of fun, and I think this is a good opportunity for us to exercise and kind of associate with people.
Do you get a lot of chance to practice together?
We practiced every Saturday during the summer.
Are you very athletic?
I am. I used to do track. I did shot put and discus. I did that for 2 years until my vision went totally a year ago. So I picked dragon boating up. I heard about it through a camp for Blind and Vision Rehabilitation Center, and I picked it up, and I really enjoyed it. It's hard, but the coaches, they talk you through it, especially if you're blind or even with other impairments. And you figure it out.
So the drumming really, do you always have the drummers when you practice?
Well, you're synchronized with the other people in the boat if you follow the drum.
And what happens if you don't have the drum?
You hit us.
Yeah, it would be hard for us because we rely heavily on the sense of hearing. The drum is really critical.
We can't see the paddlers in front of us. Like other people could follow the paddler in front, assuming they were on the right track, but we can't do that, so a drum is really crucial.
Great. Well, thank you, and good luck.
Yeah, our team is Team Motivations. So we're racing as Team Motivations. This year we have 2 teams. Basically we should have 40 people, but we don't have enough people. So we're using 34 people for 2 teams, and we're doing a good job. A lot of the people are the first timer. Not a lot of people has paddled before, and these are all the young professional who works in Cleveland. They don't have a lot of time, so we didn't get a lot of practices, but we all have fun. And we just want to come here for this festival and just make it a good one.
Have you ever been involved in any other races, or do you just do the one in Cleveland?
Just Cleveland, and of course, we're open for any other races.
Is there anything you'd like to add about the race in general and Cleveland, or your company motivations?
Well, actually, if you want me for suggestions for the races, probably we need a very defined starting line, where like the international start, and a very defined finishing line. And also, we need to know about more about the details for the races. As for organization, Motivation is a very Asian American young professional club in Cleveland. So a lot of people come to Cleveland, they are new to the city, they don't know what to do. You guys can come to us. Come to our website, www.motivation.org, and it's free. Just sign up, and then we'll tell you what to do in the city. We have a lot of young professional seminars and a lot of city development things for you to do, volunteers and races like that, and hang out with everybody.
That's all I need.
Thank you.
Peggy Hurley, Wonder Broads.
And I'm Jennifer McKinnon, the Wonder Broads from Windsor, Ontario, Canada.
So why come out and race today?
Well, we're here as breast cancer survivors to compete and raise awareness for breast cancer. And I guess it's to also demonstrate that there is life after cancer. And as survivors, we like to go around and prove to people that that's the case, and support these very important cancer fundraising events also.
And we're here for the competition as well.
Yeah.
We've never been to Cleveland. Cleveland's a great city. We're having a really nice time. So we enjoy the social part of it as well. So hello, Cleveland. Thank you. We're having a great time here.
Dragon boat racing began in British Columbia with Dr. Mackenzie, who found that the actual physical sport of dragon boating was good for survivors, especially survivors who have had mastectomies or lymphedema. So the physical sport itself is something that as dragon boaters, breast cancer survivors, we really feel that it's important physically to regain your strength and get back on the treadmill, so to speak.
So how are you guys doing today?
We're doing excellent. Actually, our first race, we were 2:12. We just flew down there. So we're waiting for our next race, and we can't wait.
What is your strategy out there?
Well, you know, we don't like to give away too much, but no, the strategy is that we've worked really hard this season, physically and as a group together. We get together in the boat, paddle as hard as we can. We power all the way through, and that kind of brings us to where we are today.
Our season begins for us in April, so we've been paddling twice a week since April and going to other events and championships, races, and so on.
We have a coach who trains us pretty hard, so it's paying off today.
Jenny Deeringer, Guillaume Dragon.
So what do you think of the event so far?
Oh, it's been great. Yeah, very fun time, good turnout, people having a good time, enjoying ourselves.
How did you learn about the dragon boat race?
A group of friends and I had heard about it from another friend and decided it would be a fun thing to do.
What is the team's strategy?
Well, our strategy is to first get the boat going, so you do 10 strokes really hard to get it going, another 15 to keep up the momentum, and then at the end, a strong finish with really deep, powerful strokes.
So how's your team doing so far?
Not so hot. I think we've been a little over 2 minutes and 40 seconds has been our best time. So if we could beat that on our last race, we'd be happy. I think it's great. There's a lot of stuff going on this weekend. Ingenuity Fest, Rocky River Arts Festival, and it's great to see people coming down here to support this too.
Hi, Lisa Wong here with Image TV Ohio, and we have Jamie Moore here, one of the organizers. Jamie, what is your role?
My role this year was to help with early setup and then help with the announcing all day, giving all the results, the timed results and placement results through the day.
And how did you get interested in dragon boats?
Actually, I'm a friend of John Kutsaros from Twist Social Club, and I tried to get involved last year and be on a team, but I couldn't due to a medical issue. But I decided to get more involved this year, and then next year, hopefully, I'm going to be a tiller. So.
Great, sounds interesting. Anything else you'd like to add?
I would just like to say that this is very inspiring, especially with the breast cancer survivors. I spoke with a lot of the women. I myself have survived cancer, and it was nice to feel a camaraderie between them and me, even though we had different types of cancer. But it was just very inspiring to see that not everything that they've gone through, that they can still paddle, they still have a great time, and they did very well. So it was very inspiring this year. I liked it.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Lisa Wong here with Image TV Ohio, and we have Chris Bailing. And what is your role for the Dragon Boat Festival?
I am part owner of the boats. My wife and I own the business, and I have to say that my wife, Penny Bandy, is the owner of the boats, and she's the boss. So she doles out the responsibilities, and I just take her cruise and follow out what we need to. We came up here to Cleveland, and we put on a good event. So we really do a good job of traveling around the United States, helping charities raise funds for their organizations.
Great. How do you think this year's festival went?
It went really well. We had one minor incident where, we went swimming with a boat, but, it was all fun We bailed it out. We got back into it. But the event went really well. The paddlers really show up in force. I mean, the costumes that they show up with as the drummers, the best dressed drummers. I mean, it's like the tailgater sport. I mean, you guys come down here, you have a great picnic, climb into a boat, you paddle, you work really hard, you try to achieve your goals at the end or in the race. And, in the end, we get a good physical exercise as well as the community gets a good fundraiser. So it's a great venue and a great event that they have here.
Great, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, it's that time where we must say goodbye.
Be sure to watch part 2 of our Dragon Boat series on our next show.
For Lisa Wong and everybody a part of OCA Image TV, I'm Jason Wynn.
Thank you for watching.
Catch all the OCA Image TV episodes on iTunes, Time Warner's TV 20, YouTube, or online at ocagc.org.